Let's see if I can get this cracking. I have set live streaming. We are here cracking down into this moment. Welcome to Elite Talks. Shoot.
Be patient. Be present. Be patient.
I gotta make sure. Let's see if I can get this.
Expanded abundance among us. Expanded abundance upon us. Expanded abundance in oneness. Expanded abundance is wondrous. Expanded abundance is justice. Expected abundance is indulgence. Expanded abundance among us. Expanded abundance is coming. Be patient. Be present. Expanded abundance among us. Expanded abundance upon us. Be patient. Be present. Expanded abundance among us. Expanded abundance upon us. Be patient. Be present. Expanded abundance among us. Expanded abundance upon us. Be patient. Be present. Expanded abundance among us. Expanded abundance upon us. I am by my side. I can give me hope. I am the silver lining to all of my great thoughts. I am the realignment of stars and telescopes. I am the intertwining atoms and microscopes. I am the silver lining and I am so golden vibrant. The past and future design me. The present is so exciting. I see in front and behind me. I am on my own timing. Cause I am self-centered. Leo ascended shining. I'm so outstanding. I'm so outstanding. I'm so outer space landing on stars and planets. I go out of my head daily just so I can see so far out of what God gave me. These lamps get wavy. Be patient. Be present. Expanded abundance among us. Expanded abundance upon us. Be patient. Be present. Expanded abundance among us. Expanded abundance upon us. I balance my pride. I balance my ego. In tune with my highs, embrace them with my lows. Got that duality fit on Uno. Got that personality split on 2 dose. Flirting intimates, twerking with my friends. Animal spirit running out on sphere 10. I'm in. Spirit guides coming with that zen. My ancestors defend. I got that juice to transcend. I'm so intelligent, crown chakra on 7 sense. Angels can relate, cause I'm so damn relevant. I am my escape. I am heaven and hell within. I control my fate. I am made out of excellence. I'm so intelligent, crown chakra 11 sense. Healers can relate, cause I'm so damn relevant. I'm ancestor made, I'm nobody's testament. The sermon for today, we're infinite elements. Be patient, be present. Expanded abundance among us, expanded abundance upon us. Be patient, be present. Expanded abundance among us, expanded abundance upon us. Be patient, be present. Expanded abundance among us, expanded abundance upon us. Be patient, be present. Expanded abundance among us, expanded abundance upon us. Expanded abundance among us, expanded abundance upon us. Expanded abundance in oneness, expanded abundance is wondrous. Expanded abundance is justice, expected abundance is indulgence. Expanded abundance among us, expanded abundance is coming. Expanded abundance among us, expanded abundance upon us. Expanded abundance in oneness, expanded abundance is wondrous. Expanded abundance is justice, expected abundance is indulgence. Expanded abundance among us, expanded abundance is coming.
Stop beating yourself up.
That's right.
Let's start with that one.
Skip. Fire. Welcome. Welcome. This is Elite Talks. We are here vibing. That was the divine Sunshine Monet giving us the abundance and bringing us to some peace. Appreciate the mantras. I appreciate the flow. I'm happy that I was like, where is your channel? So I wanted to ask you, Sunshine, how is it to be able to share your sounds and put it on like YouTube and stuff like that? Because I know that stuff is not easy. So I just, I want to start today with expanding on sharing, elevating our artists, because being able to put ourselves out in the country and being vocal is sometimes very terrifying for individuals. Some people get that little stage fright and they have so much great material and they really don't know how to just put it out there. Like, we put so much emphasis on just uploading the goddamn thing. Just upload it. So can you share with us how that felt for you? Like being able to put your stuff out there?
It was a really big deal for me because I have been doing music since I was like 8. And I put out Les Mantras for my 30th birthday. That was the first time I ever put music out on streaming platforms. It was the first time I ever shared my music with like strangers, like people that weren't in my close vicinity. And even then, like people in my close vicinity, you know, I didn't really share music with. It's kind of like I just collated when I was in the car by myself, like I would play my songs or whatever. So it was a big deal for me. It was very liberating. I was nervous. I am naturally a perfectionist. And with that, I've already, you know, criticized myself so much that, you know, by the time it gets to other people's ears, just any type of like smile or positive energy back is just like a, wow, okay, cool. Like, you like it. That's dope. Like, you know, I was afraid of being too like, sounding too much like a mom or sounding too much like Kids Bop. I was trying to steer away from that, but I still wanted to be very intentional. I know, you know, we like to listen to music. We like to listen to positive music, but a lot of the time the positive music just don't get you moving. Like it's not really what you want to hear, but the words are good. So, you know, that was like something I was really scared of. Like, what if it sounds like too mommy like or Kids Boppy or like it should be on Yo Gabba Gabba or something? I want something that my peers can like, you know, dance to. So like honestly, it was just like a really liberating. It was like taking the band-aid off, honestly. So like, you know, going to different venues. And I went to so many different venues, like not just like spiritual venues, but just like regular nightclubs, bars. You know, I would go to any space, you know, be the only person in the room making affirmation that makes affirmation music. Probably the only person in the room that knows what an affirmation is, you know, and to perform and get positive feedback was so nice. Like, I don't know. And even now, in this moment, like, you know, my music the Les Mantra has been out for like a year and a half now. You know, I just now started noticing people sharing my music or people putting my music on their Instagram posts and stuff like that and tagging me in it. Like, that's kind of new for me now coming into like, you know, the second year of my music being out. And it's just like, y'all really like it. Like, it feels so good. Like, I could cry just thinking about how in depth, like for so many reasons, it makes me feel good because it's been a long journey with having the confidence of making music, finding my purpose in the music. Because when I first started writing music when I was younger, I was doing what, you know, was already being played on the radio, like love and boys and just stuff I didn't understand, but I knew love rhymed with hug and girl rhymed with world and baby rhymed with crazy. And that was enough for me to, you know, make a whole song. And so, you know, as I got older, you know, my music naturally became more violent. I grew, I was dealing with different things and and I was transforming a lot of it out of anger. So, and then I was listening to a lot of angry music. So, you know, just the fact that the universe waited for me to be confident enough to put my music out when I made an affirmation piece is also like, wow, like I could have had some crazy music out had I had the confidence a few years ago. Like this could have been like a transformative album, honestly. Like it's just like, it's so in depth. It's so many things that run through my mind because it's such a journey behind this music because I've been doing it for so long and I'm just now putting it out and I'm just now getting feedback and I'm just now being confident in my walk in spirituality because for a long time I was kind of ostracized for it. And now I'm just unapologetic with it. And it's been awesome. It's been really, really awesome. So for all of y'all out there, just put it out. Just take the Band-Aid off and put it out. Worst thing that can happen is somebody not like it. I remember the very first time I ever performed on stage, right? I performed Trap Formations. That was the very first song I ever put out. That was before Les Mantras came out. And when I put Trap Formations, I performed it on stage. And I didn't realize that when you that at this particular open mic, you can only do one song. This was my first time ever being there. I never heard of the place before. I just knew a couple of my friends were there and I wanted to, you know, support them. So I start my second song because the DJ said it was okay. And at this time, now I'm feeling myself. The first song I was nervous. I fucked it up. I did everything wrong. Like in my head, I knew I messed it up. But the second song, I don't, you know, I'm warmed up. I'll go to start my verse. Like I'm feeling confident. I'm like, yeah, I love this song. And then the guy comes and takes the mic out my hand. And it's like, I'm sorry, you can only do one song. And I was like, I felt so embarrassed. Like I was so flushed. Like I felt like, you know how on Apollo and they have the person come out and they take the cane. Like I felt like that. And I was just like, oh, I was hyped. So I just went back to my little corner and I sat down. But, you know, and for me, that was the worst that could happen. Maybe getting booed. I never got booed before. I've offended people before to where like after my performance, especially when I do juju music was the most interesting feedback I've gotten. I'm very intentional in the different audiences. I try not to be disrespectful to anybody or make anybody feel uncomfortable, you know, people from different cultures. But juju music, I had performed that in front of some councilwomen on Juneteenth. And after I did my performance, she wouldn't speak to me. But at that point, I was so confident in myself, I didn't care.
You tend to learn like where, you know, to perform and how to prepare people. You know, sometimes people need that jolt. And we got to learn, you know, we have to learn how to feel the vibe and feel it out and be able to see what it feels like. Like we have to know what failure feels like to know when it's coming, kind of a thing. And we got to know what winning looks like, you know, to know that it's coming and that it's going to happen. So I appreciate the sounds, share. I feel like today is going to be like really like a highlight of just like being able to see how artists can express themselves. We're going to do the flatter battle in a little bit, and we're going to introduce each of the participants. And I wanted to actually touch base with one of the flatter battle artists because they do a plethora of things. So we're going to give him some time to share more about himself and the things that he's working with. Love the fact that, you know, being a conscious creative, we're not here to stick and bind ourselves to one part of our excellence, and we get to really embrace our excellence. So as we see what Craig, the creator, is capable of in his cipher magic, we're gonna dive into a little bit of his metaphysical behavior. And I know I wanted to share with where you were at doing the crystal pyramids, but before you actually share about the pyramids, can you just tell the audience a little bit about what your passion is as being a metaphysical being? I think that's what needs to be asked. Welcome, Craig. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for the invitation. It's great to be here. Basically, whenever I'm creating something, I always see myself as a healer. I come from a church background. I grew up I did youth ministry. I was a youth pastor for many years. I traveled the world doing ministry. I planted a church in London. I traveled doing my music, teaching young people how to use music to help unlock the gifts in our young generation. I'm always reaching out to people to help unlock the gifts that are inside of them. So I did a ministry called Beats and Blessings. I traveled the world. I took like about 10 teenagers with me, girls and boys, and I had them traveling and performing the music they created in the studio in New York City, in Queens, New York, Beats and Blessings recording studio. So basically, I'm the type of brother, you come around me, I'm gonna help you shine because I'm not the only one that's here to shine. I feel we're all one big universe of stars, and we all got to get our bling on. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I provide ways to help people get their bling on. So, for example, I make crystal jewelry. And you know, you got the eye horse here, and I do different things that other you may not see other designers do work like that. It's just unique. I add little special touches. I combine crystals. You know, you got the carnelian, you got the fluorite, and you got the black tourmaline. And so you got like a 3/4 chord, right? So crystals like to work together, and that's what helps energize the power of the piece. So it's not just a fashion symbol, but it's actually an amulet of protection, a spiritual protection. Cause look, yo, I'm from South Jamaica, Queens. Y'all probably may not. I don't know if y'all been random streets in Jamaica, Queens, but yo, that's where 50 got shot 9 times. That's where a lot of people. I have friends I grew up with that's dead, murdered. You know what I'm saying? So shoot, I made it out alive. I think the spirit was with me, that my ancestors protected me. You know what I mean? So I always had this need to provide something for my people, for them to come out. Like even if it's a roach clip, of you know, or debit card holder, whatever. People use it for different reasons. You know what I mean? And you could use it as a magic wand as well because it got the crystals, copper, and you know, running through it. So that's sending energy. We are electrical beings. So basically, our energy flows through us through whatever we touch. So whether you touch this, you could turn this into whatever you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? You could send your magic into the universe, or you could grab yourself something and relax yourself. You know what I mean? And you know, have some herbal medicine, whatever it is you like to do. I feel that we all should allow each other to be themselves. Like who are we to tell this person or that person what they can do with their own body, their own life? Like you might provide a suggestion for me, but you can't regulate that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great thing that marijuana has been being legalized, and that's a great opportunity for people to, you know, basically make an income for themselves and provide healing for the community, because they just came out and said, oh, marijuana is good for COVID. Oh, really? Oh, thanks for letting us know. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, that the spirit of God gives the plants for the healing of the nations, right? But we want to run to McDonald's, and now we finding out that McDonald's ain't what we thought it was. Them chicken McNuggets is laced with human DNA. Crazy, ain't it? Yeah. So I'm always here to, like, that's what my goal is to, like, my goal is to bring the truth, remind us that we the truth. You know what I mean? We the truth. You the
Yeah.
truth in what you're doing. I'm the truth in what I'm doing. Everybody here is the truth in what they do. And
Right.
you know, we come together to help elevate one another. So I don't know. That was a long-winded answer, was it? No.
Listen, like being metaphysical isn't a one-liner, right?
Yeah.
This ain't no
I mean,
elevator
yo, it's like,
pitch.
how do I squeeze that, right? Like, hold up. She's like, okay, can you break down the dot. So some of the other things that I do, let me share with you. This is called Metatron's cubes. I mean, this is basically wood burn design, you know.
Now tell them why a wood burn design is so intricate.
All right. So basically what it is that, first of all, this is wood. It's not plastic. So we working right there with nature. Number
Mhm.
two, I'm using a magnifying glass and a sun to make this design. This is not burnt from using my iron that I iron my clothes with. No. No. So people be seeing me, they'll see me outside. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm making a grid. They're like, really? Wow. Interesting. And I took it a step further, and I gotta give a shout out to my son. And I made a portrait of my
That's
son. So my son Makai,
beautiful.
shout out to my son Makai Bay. Yep. So, you know, he gives me a lot of inspiration for coming up with new things. You know what I mean? So that's something that I could design for anyone that's watching the show right now. You might have a loved one that you love, you know, and maybe you miss them. Like my grandmother, Inez Veronica Henriquez Allen. When you put up your pictures of your ancestors, believe me, you're gonna see something change around. You're gonna see yourself living in peace and harmony and love.
Yes, yes. It's
You know what I mean?
intentionality.
Yeah, yeah. And so, you know, we think that, oh, when our family members die, that's it, they done. Nah, the energy lives on. Rest in peace to my grandmother Inez Veronica Henriquez Allen, my father Keith Lake, my brother Lamont Lake. He died. He was younger than me, and you know, we and him did music together. So that's kind of how I got into music. You know, me and him did it. As soon as when hip hop first started, and you saw Run DMC with the turntables, we had our turntables. When they was breakdancing with the cardboard boxes, he was out there on the cardboard boxes breakdancing. You know what I mean? I was DJing. You know, so that's how I kind of got started in music.
In the background.
But yeah, this is a beautiful thing. I love it when we could come together. You know, it says that one will put 1,000 a flight. So that's you, my sister. But bring you two sisters, y'all put in 10,000 a flight. Three will bring, come on, just do the math. All right. So if we went for one, we'll put 1,000 a flight. Two will put 10,000 a flight. So now three, that's another multiple of what? 10, right? So now we up to 20,000 a flight. Now we got my brother over here. We gonna go up to now where we at 30,000 a flight. You know what I'm saying? B Wallace, shout out to my brother right there. And the whole crew here, you know, Sunshine, all of y'all, it's a beautiful thing. Thanks for having me. And I don't know how I came across you, but I guess when I got caught up into the network of what you guys got going on, I just like, I don't know, found myself in a cool place.
Okay. So I can remind you when we met, it was at an event in New York.
Oh,
It was a while ago.
okay. See, what was it, like a Afro punk fest in the park?
I believe Diva Nation was there. It was like a pop-up performance networking thing.
Oh, was
You,
I performing that day? I think.
yeah, you performed that day.
Oh, and were you doing you have a booth that you have
Yep, I do readings.
reading? Oh, okay. Now I know. All right, see, it's interesting. You know, we meet each other in other lifetimes, and we be like wondering how we get along. Like, look, I met you in my last lifetime. You know.
Right, right. Like, hello.
Yeah. Well,
It's been really wonderful, you know, and I'm grateful that I come across creatives such as you know, less nobodies, and being able to just like collaborate, even Iron Mike over there, B Wallace on stage. We we attract each other, you know, and depending upon where we're at in our frequency lets us be able to see us or not see us, because sometimes that moment can pass, but all we truly need is a couple of moments to see each other, and then we get to be intertwined. And the cool thing is, you know, that, you know, it's dope that this flatter battle comes into this place, and it's a way that we can all like combine each other's energy in a way to where it's responsive and it's expanding of all those levels, you know. And I really appreciate to see, you know, the embodiment of, you know, being a part of the art of conscious living and just being free to express it. It's a difficult for a lot of people, and you be out there, and I appreciate, you know, the visibility that you allow yourself to have, and the vocal. I think that's the other, you know, vocal invisibility is what we need to be able to create a directive for our people to see, like, what are we talking about here, you
right,
know.
to send that
So
vibration like what you do with your voice. And they just reported that they're using sound to control people. But check it,
yeah,
your our sound, your vibration, it sends an energy, and like you say, it's a tone. And so we're all like different keys, and we manifest
yeah.
our vibration, and it's that vibration that heals people and attracts people. So, but thanks for encouraging me with that, for real.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. So I'm gonna throw it over to Sunshine so she can ask y'all some more questions so that the audience can get more familiar with who y'all are and y'all can get more familiar with this flatter battle. I definitely love this flatter battle. And then after at the end, I want you to be able to share, when you share with how people can find you, please talk about how they can find your store and stuff like that.
All right.
I'm gonna pass the mic on over to Sunshine. Take it away, Sunshine.
Peace. You gave me so much information, and I'm gonna hold you. I kind of missed a little bit of it. Today's my little sister's birthday. I got twin sisters, Pisces Day on Women's Day. So we were singing happy birthday. But yeah, okay, so we got what you do. How long have you been, what are some of your influencers as far as what you have been creating?
Great question. It all started, I was at the African Arts Festival in Brooklyn, New York, and I went up to a brother who had a crystal table, and he was selling a citrine crystal. And when I got the crystal, I said, "What's the significance of this?" He said, "Well, look at that book right there." And I was like, "What?" It was a book of crystal affirmations. He said, "Now hold the crystal in your hand." Right? It was a citrine like this one. Right? You see how it's yellow, and it was wrapped in copper like that. So then I was like, "How much?" And he sold it to me for about $25 or something like that. So the copper that he had put on it originally had came off. So I went to 125th Street, and another brother over there put the copper back on, but he put a better design. So that's how I got exposed to crystals. That was like 2 years ago when I went to the African Arts Festival, and I guess that was 2020. So that's when my journey started with crystals. I don't know if I answered your question. And then, so basically when I held on to, so he basically says, hold on to the crystal. And I'll say, with this citrine crystal, I receive abundance, I receive prosperity, I receive power, I receive strength. Whatever it was saying in that book, he was like, now read that page. And I was like, oh, okay. He said, now you see, you have a crystal that now you put your intention into. Some people, you can hold it to your heart because these crystals could actually hear you. And when you speak to them, it's stored into the crystal. So the crystal is an actual entity, it's a life form, just like the trees, the birds, the bees, the dogs, the cats, the rats. You know what I'm saying? They all have their purpose. And so that's kind of how I got introduced to crystal. So I was like, wow, when I realized that, that this crystal could do something like that for me, I was like, okay, it's worth more than $25. Now I know the purpose of it, and now I'm gonna work with it. So from that point on, I started buying crystals and just started wrapping crystals and watching videos on YouTube and stuff like that. And it just became what it is today. Like everything you see that I'm wearing is like crystal jewelry, whatever you see on me, like the bracelets, everything is like something that I put together. So, and that came straight from Spirit, Akashic Records. Yeah, we was talking about that earlier, right? How we could actually, yeah. I don't hear you too well. I don't know, is it me or is it?
No, I was saying I love my Akashic records. They always come in handy when I need them, when I need to pull up something.
Yeah,
but that's awesome though. I'm also a crystal rapper.
Oh, okay.
And I think my initial interaction was when my son was really young. He had got sick, and the doctors didn't have any answers, and they were just like making up stuff, and I was getting triggered. And that kind of started my spiral with herbs and all the plants having a purpose. And then that went into like the science of metallics and elements, and the science of the crystals came after when I got into geodes and all that stuff. Like I love science. I'm a big science person. So like that just like clicked for me. I think of everything like the way I imagine all interactions is like the way you would look at the hexagon bond.
Yeah.
So like me and you interacting, if I was aware well, I kind of like make inferences. I'm getting really good at reading people's natal placements just by communication. But you know, if I had known your chart by heart and I know mine by heart, I kind of think of like those hexagon bonds, like my Venus is, you know, is doing this and it's either causing a combustion or, you know, magnet or whatever. Like that's how I think of everything, including crystals. So that's how I'm intentional with the hands the fingers on each hand, you know, where I put them at, what day I put it on and stuff like that.
Sorry to yeah. I just
Yep.
want people to see what you were talking about. See, people, there's a hexagon right there. That's
Never thought to make that parallel.
Not everybody knows. You can't. I mean, you were drawing it out, but I don't know if everybody picked up what you were saying. So that's why I'm there.
Oh yeah. See, I never think about the geometric shapes that are there, and I'm like, oh, that's why I think like that, like the Akashic records. Back to the Akashic records, right? But my last question for you is, do you have any projects, or, you know, I know you do music as well as crystal rapping. Do you have anything coming up that we should be looking out for?
Well, basically, if anyone needs crystals, basically I could provide you with some crystal jewelry, or if you need some art, you want a picture of your son, your daughter, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever, you want them on wood, I will do a wood burn design for you. So this is one of my latest. So I'm making it available to everybody out there. I will put this together for you. So just hit me up. One of the best ways to reach me is on Instagram. So Craig the Creator.
You go ahead and let everybody know what your Instagram tag is.
It's Craig the Creator. Yeah, I know there was a time for that, but I'll just plug it.
Yeah, I'll ask you again at the end of the show. Absolutely.
Right.
So
yeah, I have that available. Also, if anyone would like CMOS, my consort, my partner, she actually makes CMOS, the purple one, the purple gel. So we're doing like a family business together, and basically it's called Love All Over. And if anybody would like some CMOS gel in their life, need some healing, we'll ship that out to you in a frozen mason jar.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. So you know, I'm bringing healing through nutrition, crystals, my music. If anybody like anything they hear, they want to get one of my songs, I'll email it to you. Just hit me up with your email, DM me on Instagram, and I shoot you my MP3 right through Gmail or whatever email you have.
Big fan of healers, as being a healer myself, especially the eclectic healers. Doing a little bit of everything is always wonderful.
Yeah. So I'm doing a whole lot.
Yes. I also want to do a short Q&A with Iron Mike. Is Iron Mike still here?
I've been here.
Hey, peace, brother. Introductions: Iron Mike, Craig, Iron Mike. I got a couple questions for you. Please introduce yourself. Let us know who you are, what you got going on, what you represent, and then let us know who you are.
Yow. I am a guerrilla eco-marine, a vigilante, not publicly endorsed by any of the organizations of the diasporic African, melanin, maroon, copper, brown, red, native, or indigenous people. I'm basically who the world sees as the bad guy, who tells you how to beat the bad guy. That's for an intro. If you remember the last splatter battle, I told you about Urban Knights, URBN Knights, major project with trademark artists, engineering, and production. We just got word on a transaction that whole jammy is going on ASCAP. Keep them lifetime coins coming in. You know what I mean? Go to your check, get a mailbox. Urban Knights for the deuce of this year. That's URBN Knights. You know what I mean? I'm currently in the first draft of Life with Anisa. Anisa is book number 4 of the Quran. Anisa means women. I go through my own interpretation of every verse, all 176 of them. From there, I will be giving where the technicalities of life being perfect and imperfect on my earth relationship with the women, Anisa, takes precedence in that information that has been given to us for many millennia. So I got a little bit of that too.
Peace Queen, you're muted.
Oh, word. I hear you.
You ain't hear me.
I hear you now.
You're gonna sit there and lie to me. But no, I was like, let us know who your influences are with the activism that you do, with the music
word.
and the project you got with Urban Nights. What's up with that? Well, who are your major influencers?
Yeah.
Also, let us know where we can find you.
My influence is Tommy Joshua of the North Philly Peace Park. Guerrilla land seized and taken back in Gotham City Metro, Philly, Philadelphia, over 2 acres, free food, 8 months out of the year. That's one of them. I would say Professor Carl Tone Jones. He speaks it simplistic, but it's critical when he kicks it. You know, the influence is all around in the world. You know what I'm saying? For you label heads, it's definitely got to be Nasir Jones. You know what I'm saying? Urban Nights, because in multiple counties, this was handed out of my own love to hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of people on the strength. Urban Night, me being urban scientist of grid, simulation, how to disrupt matrix, how to use and flex soul and energy in something that would appear cold. It ain't cold. All it is a code. Every projection of a mind that is locked is just a code that needs to be troubleshooted. Mm-hmm. You put me on to the 6. And then I said, yo, the 6 is all of the 3s on the playground. You know what I mean? So the next time you see an entire group, whether the energy is up or it's down, just go by, hear, shake hands, make subtleties, and just watch how that portal opens up. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. One thing I absolutely adore about Aaron is when he speaks, you have to listen. If you're not listening, you're gonna miss what he's saying. You're gonna be like, "What? What is he talking about?" You command people to listen to you. So, for those that weren't listening, just y'all make sure y'all check in with Philadelphia, aka Gotham City's Philadelphia Peace Park. That Peace Park is providing free food. They have volunteer opportunities. Go out there and help them out. They have lots and lots of resources if you need assistance, clothing drives, edification courses if you want to learn how to grow your own food, create, manifest, etc., etc. It's all out there. In addition to that, that's pretty much it. Urban Nights, know that. And just let us know where we can find you, where are you at aside from the cosmos and the ether.
Yo, hit me up at Iron Shadow Moon 215. That's all one word. Iron Shadow Moon 215. You know why they call it toxic positivity? I'm gonna tell you why they call it toxic positivity, right? Because, and I apply a book in real life. Quran just means read. That's what it is. Quran, read. Holy, read. Holy reading. You know what I'm saying? So this thing with families, like they say in Anissa, the families already know who they want to win, who they want to favor, who they like more than another person, who they'll give a 20 to and who they'll give $5 to. You get what I'm saying? So with that in mind, that comes the breaking of the curses and just accepting. When you look in the mirror, like they said from 12 steps, I am an alcoholic or whatever, right? How you tell yourself in the vision of that truth. I excel. I charge my battery to reflect into the sun because I ain't no sun. You know what I mean? I'm life. I'm not the sun though. You get what I'm saying? There ain't nothing I can do about that. But what I can do is the same thing the wolf does at the top of the mountain at night. The shadow. What symbol do most flags have on them? A moon. So it's something about Constu out here. You know what I mean? People, they don't come into my energy, but I can come in contact with any energy I want because I'm not registered as light. I'm dark. So that's why you hit me on the IG at Iron Shadow Moon 215. It's a completely blacked out channel. The way you can't see a lot of NFL teams. They don't show you NFL teams if they don't sell out. You know what I mean? If they don't sell out the stadium, they do not put that on TV. So then I just took to the concept of I'm gonna just do what the hell I want on Iron Shadow Moon 215 in the blackout. Because I know what the high scores is. The high scores is fake news. The high scores is butts. The high scores is fights. The high scores are buzzwords. The high scores are contemporary. You want to come in?
About that, the false prophets making it through the matrix, and you looking like, how you not getting shadow banned? And I am, and I doing nothing crazy. Yup. Exactly. You're absolutely right. I appreciate you and thank you for that insight, brethren. So I'm gonna get into the introduction of what the Flatter Battle is. Am I offering you? Okay, because I keep doing that to myself. Anyway, I am Sunshine Monet. I am the owner, creator, curator of Flatter Battle series. This started off as like a funny joke between myself and a friend of mine, complimenting each other and making lyrics out of it. And so I was just like, oh no, this has to be an idea. And when I feel that way, I just go with it. So it's been growing. It's been catching people's ears. I have heard word, got whiff of other flatter type battles being manifested off of being able to experience this. And I think that's awesome. So how the Flatter Battle goes is 3 rounds. Each round, each of you guys get 60 seconds to compliment your opponent. You guys, if both of y'all want to go first, we could flip a coin. It doesn't matter to me either way. And at the end, we are going to allow the crowd to vote. I'm thinking that we change this around a bit because usually we have viewers that are on the Zoom and they vote. So this is what we're going to do this time. We're going to switch it up a little bit. What's going to happen is we're going to do this. It's going to be posted. We're going to market it. And on 4th Friday, when we come back, because we do this show every 2nd and 4th Friday, on 4th Friday, when we come back, we're going to tally up all the votes. I am going to post the Flatter Battle embedded in my website with the opportunity to vote on it. And we're going to hand out those awards accordingly. Just to, you know, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. So that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna announce the winner to this on the 4th Friday of March. Do y'all know when the 4th Friday of March is? The 23rd. We'll be back on the 23rd. And that's when we're gonna announce the winner based upon the votes that y'all do on my website, letsnobodiescollection.com. So that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna get right to it. So do you guys have a preference as far as going first? Do y'all both want to go first?
I don't have a preference.
No.
It's,
Ooh, we out here. Winter time.
he can go first.
All right, peace. Well, since we did the interview with Craig first, we're gonna just go ahead and roll up in the flatter battle. We're gonna start it off with Craig. I'm gonna count down to 1. When I count down to 1, you can get started, and I'll let you know when your 60 seconds is up. All right, brethren?
All right.
All right, peace. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
I hear you sharp like iron, my brother from Zion. I know you ain't lying. It's them devils we frying. Yeah, cause we blazing. We trailblazing. Letting our people know that we amazing. Giving them food like seeds and raisins. Man, I'm feeling your patience. Cause our people been waiting. And here I'm just stating that, bro, I'm feeling your vibe and you cause you representing the nation. They tried to step on, keep us down in the ground. But now we rise like generals. We here in the town. What?
Peace,
Yeah.
that's time. All right. Now we're gonna get on with Iron Mike. That joint was fire. I like that. I'm gonna count down to 1, Mike. All right. And when I get to 1, you can go ahead and get started. I'll let you know when the 66 seconds is up. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Can you hear me? We can't hear you.
You hear me?
All right. All right. I'm about to restart it. You ready? 3,
All right.
3, 2, 1. Go ahead, bro.
Yep. Hey, yo, Craig, I'm about to call you Panera. You the man of bread. You been Ice Cube, rolling with the Smokey. Got the shorty coming after you like, Craig. You a creator. Probably created the world in 6 days, told us rest on 1. Get us a 7-up. We'll get our 7s up and put $7.77 slot machines and make 11,000 and send them to our brethren. This is the best, and it's yet to come. He could take wood and really show you what a carpenter does. I ain't talking about construction. He built Noah's Ark in the old book on one of them old times. He took 2 penguins, made 2,000. Expanded abundance. Yeah, that's among us. I said, can't stop, won't stop. I'm with a bunch of young gunners. We get down. The world, it loves us. We stay blessed for life.
All right.
Nice. I always love the enthusiasm, the character. That was in round 1. So everybody that's watching, y'all pay attention. Say it in your head who y'all think won that first round. All right, we're gonna get off into round 2. We're gonna start off with Craig again. I'm gonna count down to 1, and when I get to 1, you can go ahead and get started. Bet.
All right, cool.
3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Yo, you got me feeling like a superhero. Like I'm gonna be the next pharaoh. Oh my Lord, I don't feel like a 0. You know, they try to get into our mentality, but we got the power of the principalities. We got the heavens mentality. And when they come against us, they just gonna catch a fatality. We heavy with the palace, B. I see you doing your reps, man. I'm proud of you, G. We do it for the family. You know what I mean? I know there's people that can't stand me, but it don't matter, man, because I got a whole big family.
Bet, bro, that's time. That was love. I love it here. All right, bet. All right, Iron Mike, if you can hear me, I'm gonna count down to 1, and when I get to 1, you can go ahead and get started. All right?
I say.
Bet. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, yo, my man Craig, Universal Love. They call him a Mac. Flavor in your ear. I know that we got the alchemy to get all the kids vegan now laters here and now. He's smoother than Luther Vandross playing at 3 a.m. We told Bart, don't have a cow. You better get with this plant milk. I be standing on stilts. I've been wilt demanded. And I've been singing with a couple of queens going, we are the champions. You know the rest. I never rest. Why them pigs be saying when they put you in cuffs, you're in a rest? Well, at least give me a bed. I would never sleep on Craig because he got mad powers that he embeds.
All right.
All right, bro. That's time. That's time. I love it. All right, so that's the end of round 2. Y'all keep in mind who y'all thought got round 1. Now y'all keep in mind who y'all thought got round 2. Now we're gonna move on to round 3. This is the final round. At the end of this, I want y'all to talk about, well, we'll get to that in a minute. I'm ahead of myself. Boom. We're gonna start off with Craig. I'm gonna count down to 1, and when I get to 1, you go ahead and get started. All right, brethren?
All right, cool.
3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Hey, my bro, I'm feeling how you out here protecting the community. You being true to me. You being true to D. See, the whole community. Like, you know, our ladies, our sisters, like Sunshine, they need our protection. Word up, we that lethal weapon. We can't forget about our sisters, you know, brothers. We may be from different mothers, but we all come from under different covers. Where some things was done, I can't mention it, man. Don't want to offend no one. Yeah, like, yo, we all one. That's how we gonna overcome. That's how we won. That's how we gets it done. We are one. My son, my bro, my G, my man. We're going to do it like this, Iron Man. Yeah, we're gonna let the whole world understand that we are the true clan. Woo. Yeah, man. Come on now, bang your pots and pans. Let's go.
Doing great things, man. I'm here for it. I always love the positive energy. When we fixate our minds and our throat chakras to say positive things to our brothers, it do something to us. You can't get the words out as quickly because we got so accustomed to that negative vibe, but like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm over here just eating it up. I'm cheesing and shit. All right, we gonna go over to our bite. This your last verse on the 3rd round. When I count down to 1, you can go ahead and get started. All right.
Yeah.
Bet. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, bro.
Craig got me feeling so good. Let me tell you, Queens, this. He be making me want to bring the RBG flag to every project in Queensbridge. Put our 4 minds together. We walking across a bridge of cheese. And then we'll probably go back to Bordentown and make vegan cream. Cash not ruling everything around me. You can catch it like Dwight Gooden's Heat, meaning, oh snap, one of the teams from the borough. This is Metropolitan. When we greet our brothers and sisters, it's too thorough. I got an ice cream.
Oh, my man disappeared into a flag. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's ethereal as shit. I like that. I love it here. We just keep getting better and better every episode. This is amazing.
His phone probably got cut off because, you know, they was trying to like.
He was being
like,
too thorough.
Saying too much. Come on, let's cut his signal.
My man disappeared into the flag. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. But he was at his 60 seconds anyway. So we ended the 3rd round. That was so on time and fly. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah. That was awesome. Those are our 3 rounds. That's how the flatter battle goes. Again, I will be embedding this on the website, letsnobodiescollection.com. Y'all can check out if y'all want to go straight to YouTube, go straight to YouTube, but the voting will be letsnobodiescollection.com. I'll be sharing those links with yourself, Iron Mike, Mahatma, so that y'all can go ahead and share and get everybody voting. Because come March 23rd, when we come on the fourth Wednesday, we're going to announce the winner for this flatter battle. And that's how we're going to do it moving forward, because we need people to vote. We had the last few ones, everybody was winning, like everybody win because we can't pick one because y'all just so, but nah. we go ahead, something like y'all both the winners to me. The fact that y'all even showed up here. It's so many artists that we have out here that speak on being conscious, speaking on being aware, and I'm with it. However, when you listen to their music, I call it struggle sounds. And when I say struggle sounds, I mean music that's only shedding light on oppression, only shedding light on struggle, only shedding light on what's wrong with the world, instead of saying affirmations and manifesting and conjuring the world you wish to see. And that's a big part of the flatter battle too, is because we call conscious music struggle sound. It's no different than the hymns that we created once upon a time when we were, being oppressed in different ways. We're still oppressed in the same ways, but different degrees or whatever. So with that being said, like, this was super intentional. I love the fact that both of y'all had the courage to even show up, because a lot of artists that fall under this realm of music, that call themselves under this realm of music, won't even do this. Don't even know how to compliment someone in this way. And you don't have to rhyme. You don't have to get stuck up on the rhyming. You don't have to get stuck up on having a flow. If you guys are familiar with with battle rapping, period, because I love battle rap. I grew up in battle rap. A lot of my friends are battle rappers. They're more so comical or backpack rappers. And you don't need to have like a keep going flow. You got the animatics, you got the somatics, you got all that stuff going on. Like, it just makes it a whole thing. So again, thank you, Craig. Thank you, Iron Mike, if you tapped in out there in the cyberverse. I appreciate y'all. Reminder, y'all can vote on letsnobodiescollection.com. If you guys are interested in returning, we're here every second and fourth Wednesday of the month to do this flatter battle, also to engage in elite talks. I appreciate the knowledge that you brought forth to the table. That's a big deal too. And also to give y'all some disclosures on Cosmic Nobodies. Let's Nobody's business has been manifested with the intentions of providing edification of all interdependent relationships of all elements of this universe, the last and the next. We do that through educational seminars, workshops, events. We do that through, I write books, I write pamphlets. I have a blog on the website, letsnobodiescollection.com, providing different information on organites, metals, crystals, moon phases. I do a planetary forecast. We just started the weekly planetary forecast. And then I also do a monthly planetary forecast where we go along the Sumerian calendar. And just to give y'all a heads up, the Sumerian calendar starts on a new moon. So every new moon is the first of the month. So every new moon, you can expect a planetary forecast for the month. Every Monday at 3:33, you can expect a weekly planetary forecast for the next 7 days. That's what I do for y'all. I'm also a painter. I also do crystal wrapping, and I provide edification with the crystal wrapping. I also do natal tarot readings. If you're interested in learning about your tropical, which is your psyche, your sidereal, which is your heart, and your nakshatras, which is your gut, I combine all three. I let you know where they're placed at in your chakra centers, where the elements are, your feminine and masculine sides, et cetera, et cetera. I do that in a tarot reading. I also can do that in more expansive therapy sessions, where we actually only talk about one piece at a time in each session. And we build you up. That's really like I want to say it's like a 99-day or a 111-day process. So that's for the therapy. For the actual tarot reading is 99 minutes. So, that's something you guys can reach out to me for. I'm very open to providing healing for different people. I'm very open to providing edification. I'm very open to learning. So if you have something that you want to bring to me on my table, please let me know. Also, to make you guys aware, the Cosmic Nobodies Convention and the High Soul Gathering have collided. We have joined forces. So in May, June, July, we will be doing a camp out series. I believe each one is the second weekend of the month, second and third. You guys can check that out on Eventbrite for High Soul, HISOL, the gathering. You can find those events. Also, the Cosmic Nobodies Convention, which is our annual award ceremony. Right now, we are in nomination phase. So I just seen like there's 4 healers on this platform right now. So if y'all viewers are watching and one of these people up here is your healer, your favorite musician, your favorite crystal jeweler, your favorite blogger, your favorite content creator, all those categories are up there on letsnobodiescollection.com. I should see some nominations. You feel me? Also nominate yourself, nominate the people in your tribe. This is about awarding our healers for what they do. And notice I said healers. I didn't say anybody who makes music, anybody who makes music, movies, whatever. I'm very intentional with me trying to get more people to be intentional with what they say and what they do and their behaviors and the things that they allow to go on. You know, it's about being in the world and not of it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm here to congratulate those that are in the world and not of it. As Iron Mike had shed light on the fact that a lot of these people that we are following somehow are not getting shadow banned in the matrix. And why is that? Well, pay attention, use discernment when you're listening. So I'm here to congratulate those who do not do those things and still push through and persevere, because it's not easy. It's not easy. We do have a habit of showing toxic positivity, like Iron Mike said. And it's showing that we're not allowed to be sad, we're not allowed to be down, or when we are, we can't share it because it's not shareable. You know, we have to stop that, especially with our healers. So this is a big deal because I have a lot of healers that come to me for healing, and I actually go to Mahatma for my healing, and she's a healer. So, you know, our healers go through things too, and it's so important to tell them you appreciate them. Honestly, it really is, because this is not easy work. It is not easy work at all. It's not easy to do readings, especially if you're one of those people that's gifted enough to do 5-6 readings a day. That is not easy to do. You deserve an award. So it's free to nominate. It's free to be nominated. You can't beat that. And then you can also be present at the event. That's August 26th through the 28th. We will be in Tabernacle, New Jersey. If you purchase the ticket, you will get a map to the secret location. We are camping out. Bring your tents and your sleeping bags. We are aligning under the stars. We'll be engaging in some NATO chart games and scavenger hunts. I'm just so excited. So Let's Nobodies is a very, very big business. You can catch everything that Let's Nobodies is doing on letsnobodiescollection.com. You won't find everything on social media because I get overwhelmed with social media. I just put it on my website because that's what I'm actually paying for every month. So that's what I have for y'all. If y'all want to, again, y'all can find Iron Mike. I'm not sure if he's back in here, but y'all could definitely find Iron Mike at Shadow Moon 215. And Craig, if you want to talk about where they can find you again, and you guys can also find me at Cosmic Nobodies, Cosmic spelled with a K.
All right. So yeah, if anyone wants to find me, definitely hit me up on. You can easily hit me on the Instagram at craig.the.creator. So that's will also have a link in my bio that leads to my jewelry and all the other things that I'm doing. If you want to connect with me, hit me up right there. And thanks for having me. It was, I'm really feeling the vibes, and I'm looking forward to coming back through one day.
Absolutely. I would love to have you. I love the vibes. You taught me so much in this little bit of time that we finally got to like verbally exchange. Made me more intentional and more like observant of the geometric shapes and things. I really appreciate the edification that you provided today, honestly. And I love your bars. I can't wait to listen to your music. Muhammad says she's playing a song at the end of this. So we just gonna go on to the next segment of the show.
Good looks. Muhammad.
Yes.
All right. She got a song of mine queued up. That's cool. Thanks.
We all here for the cosmic healing, the cosmic support. All of our healers need support. I really feel that my mission here is to align the healers and align the leaders, because we need a round table, because we all reflect each other. And if the leaders and the healers are not sitting together, if the leaders and the healers are treating each other like their competition, like, the capitalist mindset and all that, then it only makes sense that the people that are looking up to us are going to exhibit that same behavior. And so if we sit down together and we learn how to support each other, heal each other, interconnect, become interdependent, then the people that are looking up to us for healing and things, they're going to be able to imitate that behavior because they see it. Mm-hmm. So that's really what I aim to do here. I aligned with Mahatma because I felt that she was aimed to do that as well, and she is doing it. And so we're just very grateful to have you, and definitely look forward to future alignments and multiple endeavors.
Awesome, awesome. Wow. Very gifted. I mean, when you were mentioning all the things that you do, like you mentioned the natal reading, like that would be something I would be interested in talking to you more about and learning more about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's another one of my happy places.
Like, how
I've been
did you
doing that
learn
for
that?
about 7 years.
How'd you like, so how you've been doing that for 7 years?
Mhm.
How'd you initially get into it?
Initially it was just the easy 3 card spread. I was always able to read people. I never needed tarot cards, to be honest. I could look at somebody and like, I'm a Virgo stellium. I'm very observant. And but for people, I notice they need the cards, because if I don't give them the cards, they look at me like I'm just judging them and criticizing. So I the cards is for them. It ain't for me.
What type of
It's
deck
like
do
a
you use?
medium. It's like a familiar medium.
Yes, it's a medium.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
I expanded because I saw, first of all, I love to be different. My name is Unica. That's the name that was given to me. My basket name is Sunshine. And I wanted to be different because I saw, the 3 card spreads were good, but they just weren't like, they were good for a situation. I wanted more like, I want to guide you in life. So I learned how to do natal charts by doing mine. And then my children, they're so different than me. I was like, no, I need to know y'all natal charts, because I got to figure out how to communicate with y'all, because I'm not as emotional as, well, I am, but my emotions are different than theirs are. So, I got their natal charts, and then that just sparked, like, my kids really spark everything that I do now. I can tell you a story about my kids. Like, I had to do something for my kid, and now I do this. So that's really what it was. It was me trying to get to know them, trying to get to know my partner at the time, which is their father. And I was just like, I need all y'all natal charts. And once I started doing readings for them, it kind of expanded out. Like, they started telling, my partner started telling his friends. So I started doing it for his friends, and then I started doing it for my friends and family. And then it just turned into something that I just kept doing. And I started expanding my mind with it, because then you had this controversy with the tropical chart versus the sidereal. So I was on a quest, like, nah, we're going to debunk all this. I'm about to find out what is about. So I got a bunch of books, the Kabbalistic Tarot, Mayan. I got a bunch of Mayan center books and stuff like that to find out, like, was one more important? Was one fake, one not? And then that's when I got the mindset that the tropical is actually for your psyche, and that's about the seasons. The sidereal is about your heart and your emotions, and that's more so of the planets and the constellation. And the nakshatras is the planet next to an actual star, because nakshatras literally means star. So with it being, and sidereal means star as well. And but it's more so directed towards constellations. And so the nakshatras is actually towards like actual things happening, behaviors. So it's your gut. Your gut is, is what really directs your behavior. I can think everything and feel everything, but my gut is the one that's like, nah, we hungry. Nah, we finna do this. Like, so, I've been expanding myself on learning those 3, getting real comfortable with those 3, really learning about the stars. I have been doing a planetary forecast for about 6 years now. I literally have I was showing my son the other day, my big binder. I was like, I literally have all my notes. I know where all the planets were the last 5 years. I know where they're going to be at for the next 5 years. I really enjoy it, because it's so many parallels to what's going up there versus our holidays, our behaviors, our habits, when we start school, when school's over, when summertime, when we go school shop, all those things are so aligned with planets. Like, we don't even realize it. It's such a parallel. And it just brings me to the chicken and egg theory. Like, which one came first? Like, is it our frequency that's manipulating the cosmos, or is it the cosmos that's raining down on us? Or is it just like, does it pick and choose when it's one of both or whatever? I go back and forth with that a lot, but I get excited about it.
I came to a realization that they're simultaneously happening, right? Because we're simultaneously experiencing it. So I I don't think anything happened first or other. It just happens. So like the sidereal is just constant. If you never change your angle depending upon the seasonal energy. And then the seasonal energy is the chart of the seasonal energy. This is the pattern of the seasonal energy. And this is the pattern if we never adjust it to the seasonal energy.
Okay. Oh, that's kind of in alignment with that Hicks video we watched this morning with there being two realities. I see what you did there. Okay, I got you. Okay, that makes sense. I like that. Now, my biggest conundrum right now is Earth. How come we never have Earth on a thing anywhere? It's like,
yeah, like because like we say the sun is in right now. What is this? The sun is about to be in Aries, right? So it's in Pisces right now. But that's where the sun, that's the angle of where we see the sun is at, but the earth goes around the sun. The sun doesn't go around the earth.
Right. So are we in Virgo?
Yes. We're truly in that opposite. I don't understand how come we don't emphasize on that.
Why don't we talk about that? I'm gonna start bringing that up. That's about to start being regular conversation. Where's the earth at today?
Right. Because that's really what's happening. Because when you really look at it, the sun is not moving through the sky. The earth is moving through the constellations.
Right. We got to talk
I don't
about
know. Because we feel so still is why we feel like everything is going around us. It's just the ego in us, ego is always prevalent.
Yep, it really is. All that solar energy, like, oh no, it's over here. Everybody else is moving.
Yeah, I look forward to, because we're going to start doing some more talk of astrology on Clubhouse, right? We're going to start talking about that. So we're on Clubhouse. That's going to be interesting. That's going to bring a lot of people to come in and out of the room and talk to us. So I'm excited about astrology. Craig,
I'd like to learn about the Clubhouse. Do I need an invite for that? Because I don't have a Clubhouse.
It should be open. It should be open now.
Yeah, I think they changed the way they did it. Because I was able to just download it.
Oh,
but then I got overwhelmed, so I haven't touched it. I downloaded it.
When it first came out, you needed an invite, right? To get in.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like that no more. Okay.
No. They realized they were overwhelming people.
I'm like,
it was becoming it became very, very popular. And I think it's going to be an outstanding platform for us to be able to continue engagement and to be able to have more random people come in. I've met a lot of people off of Clubhouse so far.
So when's your next Clubhouse event?
Well, we're getting ready to plan that now. So probably sometime, I was thinking like, because since we do a lot of things on the 1st and 4th, I was thinking about maybe like the 1st and 3rd of like, maybe, I don't know if you want to do your reading on Clubhouse on Mondays.
That would be cool. I could absolutely do that. Because I actually was thinking about doing that. I do so much I have like all my cameras going at the same time. So yeah, I could absolutely do that on Mondays. Because that would be cool because we could talk about it a little bit better than me trying to like squint and read you guys' comments like this. I feel so old. I'd be like,
yeah.
Monday sounds like
333, right?
Yes, 333.
So if you would do it Mondays, what time would it be?
It would be at 333. And we're on Eastern Standard Time. I know you're in Cali, so it's a little different.
Yeah, 333.
But that's what time I would do it. And just a disclaimer, y'all know I be on my own timing, right? Okay, thank you.
Where's your accent from? I don't know. It sounds like you. Where you?
I'm from Jersey. I lived in Jersey. I moved to different places, but I'm from Jersey.
Okay, because I knew you definitely wasn't from New York. But...
No, I'm not. They accent a little bit rougher than mine.
Hatma, you originally from where?
I'm from Jersey, but I'm not from Jersey.
Wait a minute. No, originally though, you're not from Jersey?
I was born in Maine, So I have a Maine vibe.
Oh, that Maine,
That fits.
Maine is nice. People go up there for the
Common
lobster.
adventurous vibe. I feel it. I be seeing you outside all the time. I'm like, it's cold as hell outside. She outside. I'm going under my covers.
You don't seem like somebody that's from Maine, though. You do seem like a Jersey girl, and more than a Maine girl.
Well, I have been in Jersey for some time now.
Oh, so
Okay.
okay. You assimilated.
Yeah, I got some roots,
Okay.
a lot. I've been in Jersey since 93. So
And where is that event again in August in Jersey? Was it Jersey?
Yeah, it's in
Sunshine.
Jersey. It's in Tabernacle.
It's called Tabernacle.
yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be
I like the sound of
campsite.
what you're doing. So what I'm sorry to cut you, but what made you choose it as a camp out thing? Because
Well, initially I always wanted it to be a 3-day event. It was because I wanted to spread out everything, and I really wanted people to marinate in the connections. I didn't want the connections to be rushed for a couple hour event. I really wanted connections to be made. So I had always had a mindset. I had purchased some land out in Arizona. Cross my fingers I get this bus. Well, the bus is already here. I'm just waiting for time to catch up and make my way out there, because I would like to start having my retreats and conventions on the land in Arizona, which is
I like
off
the
grid.
Arizona sound because I'm in California. So I've been wanting
Yeah,
to go to
right?
a crystal conference out there.
So
They have
it's
that-
my
That's like crystal
intention.
heaven out there, right?
Crystal heaven. Oh yeah. There's definitely
Arizona is
crystals on
like
my
where
land.
they do
I got
the biggest
Apaches here and carnelians out there. I had grabbed a whole I made a whole collection off the stones I found on my land. It was so
What?
yeah.
What? Oh
I
my
sold everything, but oh my gosh. Yeah. That was such a beautiful experience being out there. I can't wait to go back. But I had created events that are kind of I try to create like conventions and retreats, events that I can have on the land, so that when I'm ready to make that exodus, things are fitting accordingly. And I love strong connections. I'm not a shallow person. I'm very in depth. I'm very like over whatever you're doing, I'm gonna do it over. So like
So what's that site
when I
like?
think
I'm sorry to cut you. Is it like the camp
no,
out? Is it like people? Because I've been to campsites, right? You
right.
have like a blocked out area,
Mhm.
and then that's where you set up your tent. Like, how is it set up?
Yeah, basically that's what it is. We're gonna be in the woods. There is a bathroom facility there, but yes, you will be bringing your own tent and things. I'm bringing my own bathroom.
No, I'm feeling that because look, I got a survival bag. This is a good time
Yeah,
for
I got the
everybody
whole
to work on
survival
their
kit.
bug out bag. For real, I believe you should give everybody a homework assignment for this because they don't want to come out there and be like,
Prepare them, yeah.
Yeah, they're not prepared. It's like,
Right.
You can make like a little mini workshop out of it too.
yeah, because
Yes.
I mean, it's exciting. I love the idea of being outdoors. I love being outdoors. I think that we connect more with Earth when we're outdoors, and a lot of times when we're in these boxes. As a matter of fact, I heard in your rooms you should always put like where there's a corner in your room, just put a pillow or something to block to keep it from being an energy that's not feng shui. It's actually more artificial. And when you're outside, you ain't got no problems with being caught up in no type of constricted frequency.
Yeah, it's a different type of perimeter.
Yeah. So as a matter of fact, I'm looking around my room like, do I got the corners cut down?
Yep, I definitely have something in every corner that kind of rounds out my corners.
Oh, you're
I
familiar
keep
with
my
that?
ceiling fan going to circulate the air,
Oh, okay.
things like that.
You got it covered then.
Yeah, I
Okay.
keep the crystal grids on deck. I put crystals in my paintings, so like when people put my paintings on their walls, you have your crystal
People
grids.
do that. That's so dope.
Thank you.
Wow, that's fly. Yeah, I actually did something. Let me show you guys. It reminds me of that. So this is Anubis. So I put crystals for Anubis feet,
Fly.
and it's Anubis air, and it's a wood burn design. So this was found in the outside. They had cut down a tree in my neighborhood, and I felt bad for the tree, and I grabbed a piece of it when they were cleaning. This is the story. So, so it looks like this on one side.
I still like that side too.
Yeah, so
Right,
they both have a
like
character to it. So when I first saw it, I saw this. So I'm like, wow, that looks like a dog. And then I said, okay, well, let me turn it into, and I put the crystal. So I put the pyrite, I put amethyst and quartz. You know, you gotta have your quartz crystals. So yeah, I have a dog, and I noticed that you have a dog too, Sunshine. I have a Malinois. Her name is Sekhmet.
Oh, segment. I love it. This is my blue nose. This Scooby.
Oh,
I went to my inner child when I named him. I could have went. Could have went crazy. And it's funny because when people ask me, I think people are expecting a crazy not crazy name, but like more of a spiritual name, like this is Anubis or whatever. No, this is Scooby. I always wanted a dog named Scooby. I always felt like I was Shaggy, and I finally got one.
Could that be like your spirit animal? Like I was wondering that about myself. Like the fact that I've always had dogs, does that mean like that's kind of like your spirit animal?
I don't think he's my spirit animal.
No,
I really feel a connection with bears. I do feel like he is my familiar. It's getting to the point where we're starting to look alike.
I know there's something more to our pets than what we can imagine. Like,
yeah,
I've heard this recently. I'm like, whoa, that's kind of like it weirds you out a bit, like to think that your dog is more than just a dog.
Yeah, he's way more than a dog. Yeah. Way more.
Oh,
closer, the more we're together, it's like we're becoming like the same person. Like when I feel things, he acts out what I feel. Like if I'm angry, he'll just start barking.
What?
Yeah, like, and I've had him since I had him too young. They took him away from his mom too young, so he has separation anxiety. So he sits up under me all the time. I had him since he was 3 weeks. He'll be 1 in May. My little Taurus. He's sitting right next to me now. He got to be touching me at all times.
At least he's being quiet for you.
Our dogs, you know, we can connect with our plants. I don't know if you guys get into plants, into growing, any of that.
I've been talking to death lately. I've been into a lot of death. I've been saving my plants and allowing them to dry.
Oh yeah, what did you use?
Me and Zeke on Aries Day, we will be starting our herbal garden so we can prepare our tinctures, our sage bundles for the summer, our tinctures and things for the winter. So we're gonna be ready. Oh, you know what? I grabbed I had a little cacti, right? That I picked up from Arizona, and it grew it's grown like 2 inches already. I replanted it. It's in my I replanted it. And me and my sister, we had crossed like 20 something states on our way there and back. So I had put like layers and layers of sand into it. She keeps tipping over, and I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna keep wrestling with you because you're hurting me. But this is my cacti. When I first got her, she was just this little circle up here, but now it's like a good 2.5, almost 3 inches done added to her.
Yes, positivity.
She used to be like brown and dry. She's green now. I was like, wow. And this one is from Arizona. And this is all the dirt from all the states that we were in.
Wow. So you really don't have to feed that much water, right? If it's a cacti. How do you feed it?
I don't water her that often. I really only water her like once a week.
Because you don't want to overwater. See, people don't know this. This is a whole nother workshop. I'm telling you. This
right.
is a green thumb because I just kind of recently got into it. And I propagated because I grow spearmint. So I propagated my spearmint by putting it in the water. I broke this off of the spearmint, the mom plant. And so I'm about to make another plant from the mother.
Yeah.
And keep
That's
it
awesome.
going. So y'all was saying that y'all actually was it you, Mahatma? Was you saying you turn it into like powder or something?
Well, no, right now I'm just like holding them, and let me show you. I
need to learn how to let them dry out. That's the point when I want to get to.
Okay, yes.
I could like store it into like mason jars and then hold it have it for a medicine. I want to actually
flowers, right? So what I do is when you start seeing them to tarnish, right? You take them out before they get really bad. And then you you want to hang them upside down, and you want to do them separately, right? If you put them together like in a bushel, it'll look crazy. You got to do them separately. and then put it back together.
Or like
And
hang it
so,
upside down, right? That's something interesting about hang. Yeah, we're always supposed to hang
yeah,
it
because it starts to wilt over here at the end. And if you don't hang it upside down, it'll be like it's dead. So that's how you bring it back to life.
Oh. You guys into yoga? I know I'm all over the place. You ever see the yoga pose when you go upside down? Like you keep
The downward dog?
Yeah, that's one, but there's one when you put your feet in the air, right? Because we're supposed to do like headstands and the headstand.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're supposed to let the toxins from our body like drain out, because sometimes it gets stuck down there. I don't know if you guys have been into that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
have
do
a
yoga.
cousin that is, if you guys find her on YouTube, is Mocha Chocolate. And I've been watching her all year master that pose. And she got it. Like you see pictures of her last year, she was falling over. This year, she's doing it in the snow, outside, at work. Like it's been really nice to watch her journey. She was able to get that down pack in less than a year, and now she's out here doing it. I have not mastered yoga to that extent. I do basic stretches when I feel my body needs it. I love Zumba. Like I said, I like moving. I be on go. So Zumba that does it for me.
I'm going through a situation where I'm getting over injury. So I started getting into tuning fork healing because sound actually heals. I don't know if you guys ever experienced that. So I would take the tuning fork and I just put it on the area where your different parts of your body, and it's like basically it sends the vibration of healing into the body.
That's beautiful. I know. So I never got into it. Like I never experienced it. I've watched Muhammad do it once to herself, and I was like, "Ooh, that looks fun. I wonder if she'd do it to me later." And I had a brother in St. Louis, brother Pharaoh Jarumba. He had came up to me. He actually put the tunic forks on that. What do you call it? The arch in St. Louis? He put the tunic forks on the arch, and now there's like a big black spot on it.
Oh.
It's like you guys over there playing with stuff.
Yeah, so
I'm a huge advocate for sound healing, and that's one of the things that the Egyptians back in the day, the ancient Egyptians, used to be engaged with a lot.
yeah.
So it's really something that's coming back to bring a resonance for us, because learning that we are spirit, not this body, also opens up for us to learn how to affix the body to be more in a healthful situation instead of a dis-ease. And we're here via vibration, right? This body is here via vibration. So on a nano level of being, that would be the most rooted way to circumvent feeling the illnesses and the pain. So that's how I've started getting involved with sound healing in the first place.
All right, let me think of it this way. This is kind of weird, right? It just came into my mind. But like, okay, think of
Download.
This is a download. But when you think of like just like attraction that, say a man has for a woman, like he gets a vibe, it's a vibration. So that vibration, then they become a couple and they create a child. So they actually create a life. And but it all started with a vibration. Like you're saying vibration, because when you said vibration creative, when you said something about that, like, I don't know, when the seed and the egg meet together, do they vibrate? I guess they do.
I would think so. That would make sense. Because the vibration is what helps the sperms get to where they're going anyways, like vibrations in the water. Yeah.
So I'm just saying, kind of like how it's like a vibe. You catch a vibe, and that's
Everything
kinda, how things get created. So, and the vibration is sound.
Yep. So that's why sound audio was something that was before the word,
Exactly. I was just about to say that. I was like, when you get into the Bible, it say he actually created the world with sound. he said, "Let there be light," and there was light. That was, he just gave the sound off. Same thing with our planets. That's why it's easy to get into the EMFs of planets and stars, because they actually have sound.
And now I'm just going to segue into this sound image, which is a tonoscopic image of the sound Om. Om. Can everybody go with me on the count of 3? 3, 2, 1. Om.
Oh.
So that's the tonoscopic image for the vibrational sound of
He
Om.
like that.
The Sri Yantra. You guys know about mudras? I just got into mudras, where you hold your fingers together like this, and
This is my
creates a circuit.
About mudras with her cleanse.
So break that one
Anybody
down
know about that world cleanse? Hop on that, John.
The world cleanse one. Oh, y'all putting me on. Okay, yo, there's so many mudras out there. I heard there's like thousands of them.
This is cleansing. This is like detoxifying. You put it in between your fingers, like right at the tips.
Oh.
You meditate. Put on your side. This is like my favorite one. You put on your chest.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Connect with that heart chakra.
And I like the 69 John.
Left hand is over the right hand. Is that right?
Oh, this is spiritual truth, right? This is spiritual truth.
Oh, that's fly. I like that one. It looks like a 69. No, it do. It looks like an infinity symbol. What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mudras.
I love this. Y'all, it's like I'm in a class. Look, I went to college. I got a bachelor's degree, but I didn't learn none of this.
Right.
None of this in college. I wonder why. They were like, "No, we can't teach them that. They're gonna be too powerful."
Right.
Yeah. So the science is what you hold it for. Like 5 minutes or a certain period of time, or how does it work? Some people.
The science is to hold it gently, because we're speaking to ourselves, our body, right? And we want to be that vibration that we can be. And your cells, right? Because we're dying all the time. That's why, I said that I'm getting more involved with death and seeing the different variations of death. So it won't be so traumatic. And so when you're doing that, you want to remember that when your cells die, they send one last energetic message to the two cells that multiply from it, right? So you want it to send a message of gentle, right? And not rough or, hard. Because when you're touching yourself, your cells could be dying in those moments. So you want to think those intentional moments, gentle, right? Be gentle, bring this into gentle resolution. Because you can feel a difference between like you're like holding it, like, is this right? Kind of a thing. Like some people do that.
Sorry to interject, but what I heard also is that, when you touch someone, you send a shock, you can shock each other.
Yep.
And I've been doing that recently. I'm like, oh, wow, electricity's going through my fingers. So it's like, basically, when you hold it light, it allows the electrical current to flow more easily.
Yeah.
The electrical, because electricity doesn't even need like that much, like it doesn't need to be like, it's just like, it's keeps up. So it's
and then
a tiny space. I heard you could have sometimes a slight space. Is that true?
Well, yeah, there's like that connection. So like each finger identifies with a different element of our creation.
Oh yeah, what are they? They are
this is space.
Space. I wonder why. Give me space. There's actually a mudra for that, which wards off evil. I heard it's like this. Right, like out of here. Space. Okay, that's like ether, right?
This is space. I believe this is earth.
Right, earth.
I think this is water. This might be fire, air.
No, I think this is fire. This is fire and this is air.
Oh, this is fire and this is
Because the reason why is because the fire is off when you move your thumb around. It actually.
I think I have my book. Let me see. My mudra book. And it's funny because I actually got this mudra book at the same location that we met That open space.
Yeah.
And they talk about, and then they also show how it's connected to the constellations as well. So you can really figure out what's going on with you. There's no reason why people should be like, I don't know what's going on with me. Like, yes.
I cannot stand it. They're like, my stomach hurts. What does it feel like? I don't know, it hurts. I need grown-up words.
Okay, yep. This is fire, and this is air, and this is water. So you're on point. And this is space and earth.
Right. And they say the way you can remember it is like earth is like, okay, when you get married, you know, a woman gets married, you think of earth because a woman represents earth.
Yeah.
That's one way you can. And then if you look at the finger, it looks like a flame, the thumb. So you can remember it's like
Oh, I might incorporate that because I'll be an expert.
And never forget this one. Never forget this one.
Space, air.
Gang, gang. Fire, earth, gang. That's about to be my new hand signal in all my pictures. Fire, earth. What was it? My ring thing?
I heard the, you know, like this.
The fire.
In the pyramid.
Space.
Fire. Fire, space, and earth.
Now, when you hold the mudra, does it matter where you hold it on your body, or can you just like? Because sometimes when I so
it matters because you got to be mindful that you're covered in chakra centers, so you don't want to put a fire mudra next to your water chakra center. You don't want to do that. You got to be mindful of how elements interact with each other as well.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
I say that about crystals. Like you don't want to wear water crystals on a fire day. Don't do that. And then you wonder why you went outside and you was greeted with all this turmoil. I can tell you why. Like you got that fire ring on your manifestation hand under a water moon. You gonna do something to yourself.
Yeah, it really shows us the different ways that we can connect. And this mudra book, it also shows you like how you can benefit, like what parts of your reproductive systems that you can benefit, right? Like this is the nourishment one. And you do it basically these fingers, your thumb and your pinky, right? So we're putting fire and water together, and then earth.
Ooh, I'm trying to do the mudra, Scooby.
He feels that nourishing, and then you place it like on your hips, like next to your hips. You relax it below your navel. And because you put it in that position, it helps you to lengthen your spine, for one.
That makes sense.
Right?
Lengthen your spine.
It looked like a little lotus.
Yeah, and it helps provide relief
like
for
asthma.
asthma.
Not to be freaky or nothing, but it does kind of resemble.
You said asthma?
Yeah. It mirrors what?
Like a flower, like the yoni, like kind of looks like.
Yeah.
Like,
I always kind of feel like this one does more.
But
this is my go-to. This reminds me of Mr. Burns from The Simpsons when he's like egg student.
Well, definitely that one. Yeah. So it strengthens your spine, you were saying?
Yeah, it helps you to lengthen your spine, you know, if you're sitting up, you know, and you put your arms in that position, it helps your lower back and your pelvis. So it puts you in a position to be able to breathe better. Because once you lengthen your spine and you have everything aligned, you allow the airways to move through the body better, and the air is what's actually keeping you alive, not your thoughts. So everybody thinks that their wits is keeping them alive, when lo and behold, it's your breath. So when you breathe better, you be better.
I actually came across a breatharian, and he was saying some powerful things that, you know, the air that we breathe, the prana, it, you know, is more to air than we think it is. We think it's like we're actually like plants, you know. and we actually,
We're walking trees.
yeah. And this guy is fasting and he barely eats and he's like fit, he's in shape. He's more ripped up than me and muscular. And he says
Oh,
that
I know what you're talking about. I've seen a guy on YouTube
yeah,
that he hasn't eaten like food like in over 10 years.
yeah.
He's a
And he
brethren.
works he works out, yeah.
Marion.
And yeah, and it's very
Yeah,
important.
because he says that's a mind control as well. Thinking that the body needs food.
Right. And when
I
you
tried to
think
do that
about it,
72-hour fast, girl. By 24 hours, I was like, somebody don't give me nothing to eat. I'm about to have a temper
I need
tantrum.
some nuggets.
It's like intentionally doing it is way different than, because like I fast all the time. Like I'll go 24, 48 hours without food and not think nothing of it because I didn't do it on purpose. I wasn't like thinking like, oh, we're not going to eat. But when I tell myself, oh, we're not going to eat, my body be like, oh, you think so? Challenge accepted.
yeah, it's interesting because I could go a whole day and I'm like, it's nighttime and I'm like, I didn't even eat. It's like night. I didn't have breakfast. I didn't have lunch. And then that's when you start like realizing that, wow, I was just living off the energy of just moving around. Y'all ever heard of a jogger's high?
Let's take a what?
A
Joggers
jogger's
high.
high? Yeah. I
What it
get that.
is when you get to like the 20 minutes, see people that really jog know what I'm talking about, but people that don't jog don't know what I'm talking about.
When
So
you get past that point, you don't feel nothing.
right, and
You
you
don't
get
feel
this extra boost, don't you? I hear it's like you get like an adrenaline rush, like a turbo
anything.
boost, and like you just did 20 laps, and now you could do another 20. Like explain it, because if you experience it.
I don't know. It's a weird feeling that come over your body. It's like a coolness, and it make you feel like you can go on forever. And I've done that. And one time I did it, and I was just having a really good day. I just didn't stop running. This is when I used to go to Kane. I used to run all the time. There's a track across the street from the school, and it was one time I had ran for hours, and once I realized how late it was getting, I threw up. I just threw up, and I still
Because your
wasn't tired.
mind,
I was,
you took your mind from the royal, you took your mind out
yeah.
that place and you shifted back to, you was like
Once
back
you
to
come
earth.
back to, you're gonna pass out or you're gonna be hungry. Like once you come back to, it's like a really hard crash.
Oh.
However, when you up, you up.
So
I
look
could
at
go
what just
forever.
happened. So you was running for hours. That's like amazing. You know what I'm saying? So, and you weren't eating. I'm sure you didn't stop for McDonald's, right?
No, I don't like to eat before or during a workout. You can feel the heaviness in your body, and that's
Right.
what helps promote the unintentional fast. If I start my day with like a glass of lemon water or apple cider vinegar in my water, and I work out, I probably won't eat until like now, like today I didn't eat. Yesterday I didn't eat until about 8, 9 o'clock, and when I did, it was lights out. I went straight to sleep. Like, oh, okay, we're done for the day. Because I
Yeah.
felt so heavy, like you could feel the food heavily. And also it also makes you really intentional about what you put in your body. When I exercise and stuff, I don't want to eat trash. I don't want to eat nothing with dairy in it. I really just want to eat cucumbers and watermelon. Like I just want to eat like the pure, I don't even want to eat cooked food. I want to eat something raw, something with a lot of water in it. That's all my body is craving. And where I live at now is like a food desert. So it's like, and I don't have a car right now because I was in an accident about a month ago. So it's just like I have to put up with things, or I have to pay for that super expensive Instacart thing. But yeah, when you live that lifestyle, you really can really feel everything in your body. I imagine it like, I know it's probably not a blood thinner exactly, but that's what it feels like. It feels like my cells are more separate. So whatever I put in it, I could feel it heavier because I feel more expanded. I don't know. It's a beautiful, I love the feeling though. I love the way it makes me feel. And at that point in time, I was addicted to it. That's why I was running for hours. I was addicted to that rush.
Well, I'm on this journey right now to I'm gonna make a resolution type deal. Like want to fast like once a week, and because when think about it, You know, when the body gets sick, y'all have heard of people that'll just like fast and their body just will heal. You've heard of that, right?
Mhm. That's actually
Now,
the remedy to most ailments is a
right
72-hour fast.
now, why is it that the body can heal itself? Because you stop using the gastric juices in your stomach, and rather than like using all the energy in your body to digest your food, you use your energy to heal your body.
Hmm.
So that's why fasting is good.
My kids automatically do that. Like if my son is sick, he don't eat. He literally lays up next to me. He gets his skin to skin, and he don't get up for the rest of the day. And it's crazy. It's funny because when he's with his dad will be texting me and calling me, like, "Oh my God, he didn't eat all day today. What should I feed him?" Don't feed him nothing. He knows what to do.
Right.
He's gonna touch you, and he's gonna lay next to you all day. Let him do that, and tomorrow he'll be just fine. Like, as children, we automatically know, but as children, we were being force fed crackers and ginger ale and orange juice and soup and
Right.
all this stuff. And so now we're adults and we've been indoctrinated with that mindset that you have to eat, you're sick, you have to eat. No, you're not supposed to be eating. You're supposed to be resting and you're supposed to be fasting, giving all that energy. That's why when someone is really, really sick, like I have an uncle now that's in a medically induced coma because they have to put him to sleep so that all his energy can go to him actually healing.
Right. And rather than wanting to eat. Because if you're sleeping,
Right,
think about it, you're not gonna be trying to eat. How are you gonna eat if you're sleeping?
right, right. And that gives his body, and he's
Right.
healing. He's healing. They
Right.
don't want him to heal. They over there like, oh, y'all want to pull the plug? And we like, no, the faith of a mustard seed. Let my uncle sit there. We don't care about the bill. That's my people. That's my family.
Right.
So he's healing. So it's doing something. Even if it's for an extra day, an extra hour, he's healing.
I mean, when we think of that story in the Bible, they said that Adam was put to sleep. And then that's when God did the surgery and took out his rib and created woman, which we know that's not how it happened, but just the whole like medical procedure that was explained. If you want to do
Right,
surgery on someone, you better put them to sleep because you definitely didn't want to be poking somebody and they woke, so
right.
when you go to the dentist, they numb you, right? So you don't feel it.
That was dope. No, I never paid attention to that point. Yes, you're absolutely right. They told us in the Bible how to cut people open.
Right, right. It's different stories. I mean, I look at the book as a sun book, holy biblios, right? So the holy book is it's a solar book, book of the sun. It's about the sun. It's a solar book. It's telling you about the solar system. It's telling you about science, and I look at it esoterically, and so I believe like, okay, there's a story where it talks about that, and where the prophet met God at the Penal, at the Mount Penal is where he went face to face with God. Well, what is Mount Penal? Your pineal gland. That's where you go face to face with God. That's when you see God face to face, is when you're able to elevate yourself to your pineal gland, which is that is your crown chakra, right? Which is purple. That's why I love the color purple, and I'm always with a purple crystal like amethyst. I guess because I'm Sagittarius, so that I don't know. I guess that's our crystal too.
Yeah, you guys are thinkers. Y'all the philosophers and the learners. That's what y'all do. Yes, I love my purple. My locks were purple. I was just telling my mom the other day, like, I'm thinking about dyeing my hair purple again.
How'd you do it? Because I was thinking that's where I thought of that. Like, what dye did you use?
I will be honest, I did bleach my hair in order to dye it purple. I had my locks purple probably during my entire lock journey. I had locks for 11 years before I cut them off. Yeah, I use like Adore. I would use like the salon stuff, the salon bleach, and then I would put the Adore in there, or Splat. And then when I didn't want to bleach my hair, there's this stuff called Mukai, something like that, and it's hair paint. But I will say that's a 1-day thing. That's literally like I'm dyeing my hair to go outside, and when I come home, I'm getting it out my hair because it'll be all over your clothes, all over your hands, your pillow, everywhere. It's very messy. It doesn't like stay, but the color is very nice color pop.
I haven't dyed my hair in a long time.
I had a whole bunch of colors. I was making like portraits in my hair. Like I was playing with the paint, but it's messy.
So what I was planning to do is color my hair and then put some crystals. I made these crystal
The hair wraps.
yeah.
I want to start getting some of those too.
So this right here has purple.
I need to really ground myself.
And carnelian with copper, yeah.
Where I used to put
Think of our
crystals.
hair. Isn't the hair like an extension of our brain?
Our antennas.
It's our antennas, right?
I had a period of time around my birthday where my locks just felt really heavy, and it was very loud in my ear. Like, yo, cut them. Like, you're not leaving in the house until you cut them now. And I looked in the mirror and I cut them. And my son came in my room and he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. I gotta cut them. And once I cut them, I felt such relief. Like, oh God, like it was so much energy on them. And I'm definitely gonna lock my hair again, but I did have a lot of energy on them. Like that was a whole healing journey, traumas, grudges, just a bunch of stuff that was in my hair. And I thought that if I had trimmed, because before my hair was all the way down to my waist, a little bit further than that, and I had trimmed them up to my shoulders. And that's when Sunshine came out and I started performing and and I was Sunshine. But by the end of that year being Sunshine, my hair just felt so heavy. I don't know if it was because I was in a lot of spaces where people were taking advantage of me and stuff like that. I don't know if that was in my hair or whatever, but yeah, that it had to go. And I feel so good.
That's an interesting way to look at it. I'm wondering if you could have used selenite to clean out those energies, because I'm thinking about people that are listening to you. Like, are they out there thinking, I might have to cut my hair? Like, you know, or can
you don't always have to cut your hair.
Take a
just
selenite crystal to remove those bad energies and cleanse yourself. I don't know. I'm just
right. The other app.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, but I mean, everybody's journey is unique too. That's what I want to bring out too, is that was your journey. And
I did that
kind of a, it's good. I think it's good for people that are just starting their lock journey.
Because you got me over here thinking I need to go get a haircut. Like,
no, that's what I.
You never thought about that though, because even though you do be able to do that cleanse, it's still the experience of over time. Like that's a lot of the reason why I used to cut my hair. Because I look back and I'm like, dang, I used to cut my hair. I used to just be like, bloop, bloop, bloop. And when you think about it, it's because you're releasing, those past experiences, because it is a growth through your hair. Mm-hmm. So it depends on what you have been going through over the past months, but you'll feel that difference in that weight in your hair. Like right now, I haven't cut my hair for over 5 years. And like I said, I used to cut my hair a lot before, and now I'm like, gosh, I love my hair. I don't know why I used to cut that. Like, but
what are you putting?
That means you had a good place energetically though, and it's coming out in your antennas too. That's if you're in a good place energetically and it's coming out in your antennas, keep your hair. But I wasn't. And like I said, I had bleached my locks. I had been bleaching my locks the entire time I had them. So it was probably that too.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you.
Spaces I was in.
Chemicals, right. If there was, maybe you were doing a bit too much, maybe.
Yeah.
There's really no other way but to get those colors in there as of yet, because I feel like once we really get to that level where we're able to inhabit as a community, that we'll be able to create things that'll be more functional for our hair, because at the end of the day, we love to style this vessel that we're riding in, Right. We want to color our car, we want to color ourselves.
I love the color of beet juice. I'm gonna see if I can get beet juice to sit in my hair for a little bit, even without the bleach. I did like henna. Henna does a very nice, like a nice reddish brownish color. When you put henna in your hair.
White henna, we could get some white henna. And then maybe something to change it.
The beet juice. But no, yeah. Okay, that's a good idea too. I like that.
Another thing, now that you're talking about that, I use coffee to color this.
Coffee. Oh, coffee. He's over here making his own tablets.
No, because when I first got the piece of wood, it was white, right? but I wanted to put some color on it. Because
I know
bringing
that
this
just
out because I think like what you mentioned with beet juice, right? That's interesting. That like you actually did put beet juice, or that's something that you.
No, I really like the color. I drink beet juice all the time because I know this probably a TMI, but when I use the bathroom, it'd be purple, and I think that is awesome.
No, you okay. Let us
Like, oh, it's cool. I
on
can
that
change
beet
my
juice.
colors.
Let us know
Right.
what
Like
happens.
I'll be happy. My mom be like, something wrong with you. I don't know.
I out here ready to put some beet juice in my hand now. What's going on?
But because beet juice does stain. Like I'll have beet juice on my fingertips. I've done that on purpose. I like to do the finger dip in the beet juice, and it'll sit on my fingers for like 24 hours.
Oh, okay, yeah, 24 hours. So it must stay in here for.
I definitely got to bleach my counters to get the beet juice off my counters. So it's gonna do something.
But,
And turmeric too. Turmeric is a really good stainer if you like that orange color. I think when I paint my wigwams, I'm gonna paint them in turmeric. I really like that color.
But yeah, so I've used coffee to stain my grids. I use coffee because I don't really want to introduce chemicals, man-made chemicals from Home Depot to something spiritual, because I want to keep it earthly and I want to keep it
authentic.
Yeah, with nature. So like that's what I do to stain my grids, is I use coffee grains. So I like when I hear about things like beet juice, I'm like, all right, beet juice, I'm about to.
That sounds usable. Do that. So I'll pull some cards. I pulled 2 cards from my spiritual as fuck. You want to hear it?
Yes.
Okay. I said eat some trail mix. Okay, it says the present moment is a fucking amazing. Yeah, we are vibing out right now.
Right.
It really says that?
It really is though. We definitely over here vibing like, all right, the 3 of us need a podcast.
I know, I'm really forgetting about like what time it is. Like, I'm like, hold up. But we covering mad topics. See, this is what keeps me like entertained. Like, I'm not the type I'm gonna sit in front of a TV there's people out there who literally been sitting in front of the TV for the last 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Whereas we bring in knowledge, and this knowledge is actually providing healing for people who listen. So
right.
Facts. You ready for the second one?
Yep.
The secret to being a good human is learning not to take your shit out on others.
Word. That's so true. Because they said hurt people hurt people.
I was tested.
Listen.
I think I passed.
It says learning to shut the fuck up is a life-changing skill.
It really is.
True.
It really is. I'm learning to be quiet, learning discernment, when to speak up and when to be quiet.
They said that we used to speak through telepathy back in the day. I mean,
you still do.
We still do. My face telling me.
Nah, we do. We just don't realize it sometimes. You could be sitting in the car and be like, I want to go get something to eat from you name a restaurant. Like, I was thinking the same thing. Hold up. And not realizing that you're just having telepathy experience.
Yeah, because that's where our higher self speaks from. So our higher self can speak to other higher selves. We just have to be
ideas be getting stolen. I be trying to keep my ideas out my head, like, nope, we're gonna put this on paper.
That's a great way for me to explain to people why they need to write things down. Love that.
That's a purpose on my hair.
Right. That's why people be wearing pyramids and shit.
Unplug from the cloud for a few minutes.
Okay. Yeah, that is so true. Like, that triggers me like crazy, just so that you know. Like, it seriously does, because so many people be like, oh, I can't write anything. I don't know what to put. And I'm like, that's a lie. You have so many thoughts going through your goddamn head right now. There's no way that you can't possibly find anything, even if you're writing fart, pickup, blue, what You can't write it something out of your head. I think that's like ridiculous.
Yeah, because once you start, you go into a mediumistic trance.
Yeah, because we have no control over what our body is experiencing and chooses to relay to us. So our hands, I call them spirit hands, right? So when I spirit write, it's because I'm writing from my spirit hands, right? And my spirit talk, it's because I'm speaking from my spirit mouth, right? And when we send energetic messages, that's when we're speaking telepathically and we're speaking from our higher self.
That's why I think cursive is so important, because cursive kind of invokes that.
Oh, that passageway.
Yeah.
It's so key. It's so key. And that's why I feel like arts has been a drowned out function in a lot of society.
For that reason. Very intentional. They stopped teaching cursive.
Yeah, we're more digital. Like now, children, more accustomed to working through an electronic device, whereas back in the days, you couldn't bring nothing electronic to school. They'll take it from you.
Exactly. My son told me, he's like, I need to buy a calculator. I homeschool my kids now, but I remember one time he told me I need to buy a calculator. I was like, for what? I'm not even allowed to have a calculator in school.
Well, yeah,
I was doing long multiplication, long division. I was doing algebra problem stuff. They do everything on a calculator. It's like they don't trust themselves. It creates a sense of mistrust because I sat next to somebody. I did the math in my head, right? We're doing math. I'm doing the math in my head. This person looks at me and is like, are you sure? And pulls out his calculator. And I'm like, okay, go ahead and get the same answer. That's fine. And I'm getting the answer faster than he's doing with his calculator. And it's like, bro, like
the time it takes to put in all the numbers is crazy.
Yeah, like, come on now. The self-trust got to be bigger than that. Y'all got to learn how to see numbers in space.
But remember how back in the days we used to remember all those phone numbers in our head? Everybody's phone number in your family. And now we just have it all. They just like press speed down.
I would like to get back to that. And I also started practicing, when I had my car, I started practicing driving without Google Maps. Especially places that I didn't know where I was going. I was trying to practice driving without Google Maps because, anything can happen.
You can do it.
Yeah, you really can. Are we going north or are we going south?
When that is like such a lost art, because when I'm with people sometimes and they're like, you have to tell me where I'm going, and I'm like, you don't get it by now where we're going. So
and that's what made me start, because I noticed I would go to temple. I go to the temple twice a week or whatever when I was going, or I would go to this place 3 times a week. But I was literally relying on Google Maps so much that even I was going there so often, I still did not know how to get there. And I didn't know my surroundings. I could be on the passenger side and someone else could be driving. I don't know where the hell I'm at. Girl, we go here every day. What do you mean you don't know where we're at? Because I'm waiting for the Google lady to be like, okay, nigga, right here at this way. And once I seen that becoming a problem, I was like, oh no, we gotta fix this. I don't want to be relying on that. Because in my mind, anything could happen. I like to think like an evil villain sometimes, because I feel like evil villains, rule some things and have access to certain things. And I'd be like, well, if I was an evil villain, I would shut all this shit down and get y'all to stop communicating. I would have y'all lost. I would do so much stuff if I was an evil villain. So I think like that. So I try to move just in case my doppelganger is on the same cloud and they like, oh, I'm an evil villain. I heard Nika's thoughts. I try to move
get those thoughts out.
Right. No, get off my cloud. I'm just randomly thinking.
Private.
I gotta start putting some blockchains on my thoughts or something.
Some instinctual ways to think.
Me and my son were actually trying to work on creating our own language so that we could communicate without being understood. And if I can get my mind to think in that language, yeah, definitely putting a blockchain on my thoughts.
I mean, you can always talk in ones and zeros.
Yeah, but the robots can hear me.
This is true. Like, you're still within my function.
Right. Actually, you're speaking my language. Hold on. Now I'm really alert.
Just giving them the answers. Well, you can do it in reverse, you know, all the
true.
ones, zeros, and zeros, one.
I'm gonna do the nines, 3 6s and 9s.
Yeah. Or you can decide what clan you're from, you know, and speak from there. Like, are you a fairy or, you know, another mystical creature, the unicorns? You know, there's just so many that you can really conceptualize that adjacent ability. You know how like the Tinkerbells, they take care of the seasons and stuff like that. So it's different modalities of our language. So you're looking for your language that you abdominally have. Probably the best way to say it. And your child will be able to interface with that because they've offspring with you. So we've never learned to dive into our true language because we spent so much time adhering to the European language, the European vices. And that's why we feel so misaligned, because instinctually our body wants to respond to our innate language, but we have been confined to that shell identity that responds in that other way. So that's why we're releasing so much of the dogma, and a lot of what we are saying or being may feel choppy to us, but it's because we're bringing the fragments of our true conversation and language to life. But you have to know that you're already speaking a language that other people are like, they're like, what did you say?
We don't know what she's talking about.
Is there any ways that you can just, you know, skip all that malarkey and just speak it in regular terms? And I'm like, lady, this is as regular as it's gonna get. Like,
I tried my best. I tried my best. That's why I like talking to Iron Mike, because like it's just like he talks in like fables, and it's like, oh, I can understand you. Like you were able to manipulate the English language to formulate sentences like this. This is crazy. I'm here for it.
So he has like there's like an actual community over there in Philadelphia. What's that about?
yeah, we're growing.
Yes, we are definitely growing. It is a beautiful. Philadelphia actually has the most quote unquote conscientious artists per square foot. It's a lot of groups out there, and that's why I said what I said earlier. For us, it's so many leaders out there and healers out there, and they will not unite. I have no idea what their problem is. It's like someone had told me, because once upon a time when I first started my journey, I was just hell-bent on going to Africa. We got to go to Africa. It's the year of the return. And someone told me, well, what are your issues with America? So I listed them out. And he was like, so what do you think going to Africa is going to solve? And I was like, I'll be around my people. He's like, you're not around your people now. You understand these people. You got the same culture as these people. Like, these are your people. And I'm like, you're right. So like, whatever problems I have here, I'm just taking those problems elsewhere. And I just really feel like that's what's happening with the leaders of Philadelphia, is like, they have that ego that they haven't fully conquered. Also that indoctrination with like consumerism and capitalism and all that stuff. And they brought it into the community. They didn't fully heal that yet. So it's like, It's not really any unity among the leaders. And that's the part that I go out there and I just be like, yo, I need y'all to unite. We all need to sit at a table. They won't even go to each other's events. Like, that's my only disappointment. But Philadelphia Peace Park is definitely each organization in its own right, whether it's Philadelphia Peace Park, AMF, Soul Fed, OSP, Mr. Rogers, those are all different factions. The Crystal Plug, they all do amazing work. Amazing work, and they align so many great people. So yeah, if you really want to get aligned with some healers and some spaces, and they have so many gardens out there, that is the place to be.
He's not playing, yo. He's real serious about what he's doing. I'm like, wow.
He don't play no games. He put me on so much stuff, and the thing I like about Aaron, because I'm a Virgo, it's very easy for me to detach from people, places, and things and move on to the next. And he does not let me detach myself. Like he makes sure he hits me up every day. Like, all right, we're doing this. Don't forget to go here and do this. Here's your resources. You know, you're not always reminding me I'm not alone. Like, he's really serious about his stuff.
Because I think people are just hearing this for the first time, and I don't think they're catching what you're saying. Like, there's actually these gardens. Like, what is it like? So they
Philly Peace Park is an actual garden. They provide food 8 months out the year. They do grow. They also have, the thing that I like about out there is the food that they have. Sometimes they have events where they actually prepare food. I know at one point they had a young lady that was out there making juice from the produce and selling the juice. They have different edification courses, teaching other people how to grow, how to get started. They give away clothes. It's called the Philly Peace Park.
That's amazing. You know, it's that type of thing that I think that we really should be doing, because that's what will help us to detach from, you know, the system and from the web, you know what I'm saying? And I think that that's what really brings up our community. So I'll definitely like want to connect with him more on that, and really I think that's something that should be spreaded around, that concept of us like coming together and growing. Because when these supermarkets shut down and there's no more food in them, then what?
The shelves are already getting empty, y'all. The shelves are already getting empty. They are super pushing that fake meat stuff, which is worse than actual meat.
Excuse me for a second, guys. I'll be back though. All right.
You know, I always tell people, like,
everybody,
we shouldn't wait around for, you know, corporations and the government to tell us, oh, we're not using $1 no more. Oh, we don't have no more food. Like, you can't wait for them to tell you. You have to, you know, build your
I'm moving beyond that, right?
Right. You know, you should already be making your own medicine. You should already be, you know, learning how to just live off of the earth. That's the state. That's equivalent to going back to God. It's equivalent to, you know, being, you know, quote, in alignment with the cosmos when you use earth.
Yeah. Getting back to the
exactly. When you get aligned with the cosmos, you learn how to garden, because the moons tell you when things are germinating, when the plant, when the water. The sun also tells you when to water. You know, you definitely tap into the tropical chart when you're gardening. That's what that one is for. And then because they're in alliance with the solstices and the equinoxes. And then you can also get into touch with the tropical chart when you want to learn what to plant, like when to plant water type plants, when to plant spices and things like that. That's also under the tropical chart. When to intake, when to eat it, you know, that's also under the tropical chart. It's important.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yes.
I got to get to daddy duty, so I don't, you know, I'm like, but I definitely love the conversation, and I feel like definitely I want to do this again. And
absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you. This has been abundant. And I'm going to take this moment to play his video as he pieces out, but let everybody know where they can find you again while I set this up.
Basically, the best way, the easiest way is Craig.the.creator on Instagram, and hit me right there, and that's how you can connect with me. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies. Wonderful job, goddesses. Appreciate y'all.
Peace and love.
So we stacking up, we rocking up, we on the move. So we popping out, cause nothing's gonna stop our groove. Yeah, they trying to keep us down and lay us down, we on the top. Everything we gonna do, we say we do is hot. Going on, we moving on, don't see the rain. Our hearts strong, we sing the song, no need to panic. Besides, recognize we got the fire. Royal light in the supply. Yes, we shining cause we rising as we moving through. Nothing's gonna stop us, block us cause we really rule. We one nation and we blazing royal like we true. When we come together, there's nothing we can't do. Yeah, reigning as one. We really rule. Yes, we really rule. Yeah, reigning with the sun. That royal light true. Yes, we shining cause we rising as we moving through. Nothing's gonna stop us, block us cause we really rule. We one nation and we blazing royal like we're true. When we come together, there's nothing we can't do. Nothing we can't do, y'all. We really rule. Yes, we really rule. You the truth, I'm the truth, we the truth. Cause we the truth. Yes, we are the truth.
Be the truth. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
My name is Scott.
That was Craig, the creator, We the Truth. Shout out to him taking center stage today and sharing with us. I greatly appreciate the energy that everybody has been sharing. Like, thank you so much. This has been a great live. I wanted to take a moment to do some sound healing before we tap out so that we can send that appreciation out into that ether, aligning with the frequencies of this now moment. Peace and gratitude to those Flatto Battle artists, to the spiritual unfoldment of the cosmic conversations. Peace and light and tranquility to us all. This has been a Divine Elite Talks. Thank you so much, Sunshine, for being aligned.
Thank you for
Peace
making
and light.
space, as always. Peace, peace, y'all.
Let's end.